Shootout. Both finished in their previous rounds with 23 points. Knocking each other away.
That's the thing you were talking about before. When the balls are hitting, you got to get in sync here.
I know it.
Looks like Herschel's in pretty good sync. Why every time I get ready to say something, they miss?
Well, because you don't time it right.
Okay, now he just made one. Now he's in sync.
30 seconds.
It doesn't seem like a long time, 60 seconds.
Depends on what you're doing.
That's right. When they're out there, and when these guys are done, you watch them, they are just spent.
15 seconds.
Herschel, that strategy of taking the 2s and 3s and 1s is really paying off.
This is real close. They're going, of course, for 10 points. This is for a win in the event.
And also $1,000, isn't it?
Look at Herschel throwing up a runner. There's the whistle. That'll do it. And Herschel just wins 21-18. Here's Ahmad.
Herschel psyched you out a little bit at the beginning. I heard the pre-shootout interview.
Yeah, when he started talking about Larry Bird, he wanted to challenge him, I got worried.
All right. Once again, you have prevailed in this shootout. You like these, don't you?
Well, you know, I like it a little bit. Just in case we continue to play like we do at the Cowboys, this will be my second career. You know, I need something to fall back on.
Coming into this competition, do you really feel the pressure of being last year's winner?
Yes, you do feel the pressure because, you know, there's a lot of people here. And when they come to see these guys perform, they want to see them at their best. And when they hear that I won it last year, they want to make sure I'm up.
All right, I'm sure you'll be up for the competition, too. Good luck to you, Herschel.
Thank you.
Okay, Ahmad, so the final standings in basketball. Herschel Walker, #1, followed by Roger Craig, Brown, Noonan, and Anderson. And after 2 events, it's Roger Craig in first place with 14 points, and Nehemiah and Walker tied for second with 10. Herschel Walker has hit the top of his profession with the Dallas Cowboys. His attitude, his work ethic, the way he goes about everything in his life makes Herschel Walker a very special individual. He plays to win no matter what the game.
Everyone is saying Coach Landry is not a motivator. He's not this here. He's not paid to motivate. He's paid to coach. And I think when you step out on that field, if you're not motivated enough to go out there and perform at your best, you shouldn't be doing this. I don't need someone back there sort of saying, well, Herschel, I don't think I can finish this, you know, trying to make me get down on myself. Because my mind has already taught myself I'm going to do it. I got the will where I want to succeed. Because when everything is over, I want to walk off and say, I gave it my all. You know, I made mistakes, but I gave it my all. And that's when I feel better. My philosophy is you don't have to set goals. I think your goal in life is everything you do, give it 110%. I don't care what it is. You know, and I think the way I could do that is work out year-round. You know, I work on just about every part of my body. I do everything because I want to be prepared no matter what happens. You know, if somebody said, Herschel, we're ready for you to run in a track meet, I want to be ready to go. Herschel, we're ready for you to play in a football game, I want to be ready to go. You know, I've been saying over and over, I've been telling my agent to get me a boxing match with Mike Tyson. You know, and people say, you're crazy. And I said, that's competition for me. You know, he may beat me crazy, but that's competition. I think that's what I really thrive on. People think that my wife and I, they think we have everything that just, you know, it's just so great, you never have to worry about things, but it's not true. You know, and I think being in a mixed marriage, you know, my wife being Italian, you know, a lot of people disagree with that. But that's something we don't worry about. You know, we're not in this life to please everyone else. I think the love between us is what's important.
You're looking up, you're coming through. You want it fresh, nothing less will do.
He's a couch potato. He loves to watch TV, and sometimes I make him do stuff around the house. My mom once commented how what a great husband he was because he got up and he fed the dog and he cleaned out his pen and he did all his little chores and then he sat down and watched TV.
Like people say, if you're in a foxhole with me, you got to think we're going to win. You know, if we're not going to win, I don't want you here with me. Because if I'm in this foxhole, I guarantee the guy that I'm fighting against, you know, someone that I'm going to compete against, they're going to have their work cut out for them because they're not going to get anything free. This world don't come free.
Herschel Walker, a most unusual man. Back at the Sheridan Bell Harbor, let's go to Ahmad Rashad for a report on tennis.
Thanks, Don. In the finals of the tennis competition, it was football against baseball, as Herschel Walker of the Dallas Cowboys squared off against Philadelphia Phillies outfielder Mike Young. Now, at match point, it was Young in the far court serving to Walker. Herschel's strategy throughout this entire match was to keep the ball in play and put all the pressure on Mike Young, which he does right here. Young makes the mistake. Walker wins the match 6-3. So the final results in the tennis: Herschel Walker wins it, Mike Young takes second, RENALDO Nehemiah and Cornelius Bennett tie for third, and Greg Foster finished fifth. So after 3 events, it's Herschel Walker in the lead with 20 points. Coming up next, the weightlifting.
At American Airlines, we do this.
More than he weighs. Herschel Walker, who says he's only lifted large farm animals as a young man, never weights. Herschel Walker at 320 pounds. Not going to get there. Walker, the defending Superstars champion, with a smile, has to sit down in weightlifting. He'll not win this event.
Our next set is doing 320 pounds from the San Francisco 49ers, Roger Craig.
See how Roger Craig can do at 320. This is far more than he's ever lifted in previous Superstars competitions.
Amazing the strength of these running backs and wide receivers. You know, they're not supposed to have that kind of strength. They're supposed to have speed.
Roger Craig also has good technique, too. He works on weightlifting a lot, and he has the best technique in the competition, which doesn't help him get this weight up. So much for technique.
Too much weight. He almost got there, though. We'll watch Roger Craig again. He's a 220-pound running back trying to hoist 320 pounds. He almost gets there, but not quite. A guy who very well might be able to handle 320, though, is Big Danny Noonan. It's his turn to step to the bar now.
I think Danny Noonan has just found an event to his liking.
Doesn't require a lot of speed. Just walk up and pick the bar up. Danny Noonan is a little bit different than most people. The other guys use the help of the spotters. Noonan doesn't. He takes the bar off by himself, puts it up, and he would like to set it down by himself.
He also brought his own weightlifting belt down with him.
That's what does it.
That and those muscles.
That is a powerful young man. We'll be back to the Superstars after this. Wire, the weightlifting escalates. Here's Ahmad with his weightlifting gloves on.
We are now up to 340 pounds, which is the Superstar record. If either one of you guys lift it, it's held now by Reggie White of the Philadelphia Eagles. If either one of you guys lift it, I guess you'll tie the record, huh? But you've never lifted weights before, so 340 really doesn't mean anything to you.
Well, like I said, I never did this powerlifting, and it's different than just, I guess, natural strength. That's all.
But Cornelius, you don't even have any problem. They put it on your shoulders, you back up, your legs don't even shake.
No technique or nothing.
Nothing, just push it right up.
And natural. That's all I can say is just natural ability.
All right, well, you got that natural belt, though, Danny.
That's right.
See, that's the thing.
That's my key. That's my secret, is the belt. The belt and the chalk. If I didn't have that, I'd be out at 280.
So 340 would be no problem for you?
Not as long as I have the belt and the chalk.
Okay, he's got the belt and the chalk, and he's got the natural ability. Let's put it on.
Well, he's going to need a lot of the natural ability here, Ahmad, as Cornelius Bennett steps to the bar, set at 340 pounds.
Well, the record is 340, set last week by Reggie White of the Philadelphia Eagles. I think either one of these guys could break it, or at least tie it.
Tracy Bennett, Cornelius White looking on, but Cornelius can't get it to go at 340, so he goes out of weightlifting. Danny Noonan now tries that big number.
Noonan is just awesome. You got to watch Noonan, though. He doesn't use the help of the spotters like everybody else does. I said that before. But you could tell that he's done this kind of lifting. Cornelius Bennett obviously didn't.
And couldn't.
Yeah, this is the belt and the chalk. He doesn't use gloves, Ahmad.
3-4-0 goes right up for Danny Noonan. And so he moves on, looking for 10 in weightlifting.
Technique. You know, in Nebraska, they spend a lot of time in the weight room. You watch Roger Craig that had the great technique, and here you see Danny Noonan with the great technique and the muscles.
360 pounds from the Dallas Cowboys, Danny Noonan.
Now Danny Noonan, although he's won the event today, he's not done yet. He's going for a new record. That was a tie of the previous record set by Reggie White when he just hoisted 340. He just slapped on 20 more. Danny Noonan now going for 360.
Well done, and if all fairness to Reggie White, though, once he got to 340, he just walked off. I mean, he wasn't done yet. He just said, that's enough for today. Whoa. Whoa.
I think Danny Noonan will probably say the same thing when he's done today.
His lovely wife leading the cheering, and Danny Noonan has set a new Superstars record. Look at this, 316. It wasn't even a big effort, it didn't look like.
No, but great technique. I talked to Danny beforehand. He said he spent a lot of time doing this at Nebraska.
So Danny Noonan with his bride celebrates a victory in weightlifting. Cornelius Bennett was second. Walker and Craig tied for third. Charles White was fifth.
All right, go ahead.
Danny Noonan had a big year as a rookie with the Dallas Cowboys this past season. He was their #1 draft choice out of the University of Nebraska. He's a relentless pursuer on the football field, another in the great line of Dallas defensive linemen like Bob Lilly and Randy White. As a kid growing up,
I never really followed the Cowboys when I was growing up. A lot of people have, but I never really followed them. But in the last few years, the Cowboys have been slipping a little bit, and I really feel good that that we'll be back where we belong, and that's on top of the NFL.
Danny Noonan, young man with a great future in pro football and quite a presence as far as the fans here in Miami Beach are concerned. He's been a very popular guy all week. So the standings after 4 events: Herschel Walker the leader with 23 points, Roger Craig with 17, followed by Noonan, Nehemiah, and Bennett. Coming up next, bowling.